Welcome into Duval Daily, presented by GenJag.com. I'm Jordan DeLugo. Thanks so much for tuning in here on Tuesday, April 4th. Jaguars, they've got some free agency news going on for the first time in seemingly quite a long time. Free agent offensive tackle Cameron Fleming visiting the Jaguars per Field Yates on Monday. Former fourth-round pick by the Pats back in 2014. Obviously a veteran offensive tackle, been in the league a long time, spent time with New England, New York Giants, Dallas Cowboys most recently, spent some time with the Denver Broncos the last 2 seasons. He's started 61 total games in the NFL, so a wealth of experience not only as a backup but also as a starter in this league. Started 61 of his 111 games, including 15 games for the Broncos in 2022 that he started. This is a guy that's 6'6", 325 pounds, really nice size, 34-inch arms. He has that length that Trent Baalke generally is looking for at the tackle position. Fleming is 30 years old. He could seemingly be the Jaguars' answer to their tackle depth questions that they have right now, right? The team, they currently have 2 starters locked in, right? Cam Robinson, starting left tackle for the Jacksonville Jaguars, signed a 3-year deal prior to the 2022 season worth $18 million per year. He's your starting left tackle right now. Walker Little, he is projected to be the Jaguars' starting right tackle, was in a competition with Jawan Taylor during the 2022 training camp. Jawan was able to just barely beat Walker Little out in that camp battle and earned the starting job, went on to have the best season of his career, got paid a handsome amount by the Kansas City Chiefs, $20 million per year Jawan Taylor earned. But it looks like Walker Little would be projected to be the starting right tackle. But what the Jaguars don't have behind Cam Robinson and Walker Little is veteran depth, right? You've seen Cam Robinson play at a reasonably high level, probably a slightly above average starting left tackle in the league. You've seen Walker Little also play at a high level when he's had to fill in for Cam Robinson, when he's had to play different spots. I think that Cameron Fleming, you're not bringing him in here to compete for a starting job most likely, but would he provide veteran depth that you don't really have at this point? Like last year, you entered the season with Cam, with Jawan, and Walker Little, who you felt really good about, who was going into his going into his second year. Now he's going into his third year in the league, former second-round pick. But they don't have that third tackle right now that they feel really good about. Could Cameron Fleming potentially be a third tackle that the Jags feel good about? I think so. And if they did bring in Cameron Fleming and sign him to a 1-2 year deal, whatever it is, that would seemingly eliminate one of the Jaguars' top 5 needs right now, because you cannot go into a season not knowing who your third tackle is, right? You have to have a third tackle in this league. You've seen Cam Robinson go down with injuries. It happens all too often when you talk about players, starters getting injured. It just is the way of life in the NFL, unfortunately. And so having a third tackle that you feel good about is pretty much essential if you want to be a team playing in to January and February. Is Cameron Fleming a great NFL player? No, he's still on the free agent market. He's still a guy that has started, a little over half his games. He's not really been a player that teams feel excited about making their full-time starter. But does he have experience starting at left and right tackle? Yes. Would he raise the floor of the Jaguars' offensive tackle room? Yeah, I think he would by quite a bit, because he is significantly better than who the Jaguars have at their third tackle spot right now, which is pretty much just young guys that don't have a ton of experience. And now if you sign Cameron Fleming, you enter the draft, and the value is right, you can still land an offensive tackle you like, but you don't have to go get one early. You are not forced to go get someone that you feel comfortable with inserting into the lineup if there's an injury ahead of them on the depth chart, right? You can just let the board fall to you, and that's how teams really, generally speaking, find more success in the draft. When teams just attack needs consistently, that is not generally the pathway to success. You want to let the board fall to you so you don't have to force anything at any specific position. Bringing in a Cameron Fleming would allow the Jaguars to not feel that they have a dire need at OT3. we'll see if they can make it happen. Again, not one of the sexier signings of the offseason if it does come to fruition, but you need depth at offensive tackle. You need depth at pass rush. You need depth at corner. These are spots where you really need depth in the NFL. The Jaguars, if they sign Cam Fleming, they'll feel okay at tackle. They'll still want to address edge. Behind Josh Allen and Trayvon Walker, they'll still want to address corner. Of course, we'll see how it all plays out. But Jaguars, according to Field Yates, they have hosted free agent offensive tackle Cameron Fleming, who has 60 career starts at 30 years old, 61 career starts, excuse me. So we'll see how it all plays out. Thank you so much for tuning in here, Duval. Hit me up on Twitter at Jordan DeLugo. Let me know what you think about the potential of signing a Cameron Fleming. You can also follow Generation Jaguar at Generation Jag. Hit that like and subscribe button if you're on YouTube. Notification bell so you don't miss a show. If you're listening on your podcast platform of choice, please subscribe and review. Really appreciate your support, Duval. Could not be doing this without you. Hit 500,000 views on the channel in just over a year earlier today. So again, really appreciate y'all for tuning in. Hope you have a great rest of your Tuesday.